What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It is Tag Team Thursday. We are kicking things off again as we've been live for the past hour or so. If you guys don't know about Tag Team Thursday, check out the description below as I put all the team members in the chat here or in the description. We do this every Thursday. Starts off with Rogers Rican in his channel and his comics over at 6:30 on his channel. And we jump from him to John's Comics with Kids to Tony Oldwolf. Moving over to Dan Comic Shop News, and then over to Brandon, which everybody was just over there. So I am closing it out here at 7:45. Appreciate you guys for taking some time to swing by. This is the show where I talk about my reads for the week, things that just came out this past Wednesday, and I am really, really excited to kind of dive into. I'm going to talk about 5 books today. There were a lot of really great books that came out this week, and I'm still getting through some of them. Still catching up. I know some of the guys that were just on were showing off all these amazing books and kind of breaking down some of them. So, got to hear some things, some input that I haven't read yet, but I'm really excited. So I'm going to talk about 5. I try to keep this, reasonably, to a reasonable time limit, right? But I have to laugh because I don't know if you guys saw in Brandon's chat, Flash by Night. I don't know. It was Herminio who came in late. He said, "Sorry, I'm late. I missed some of this." And Flash by Night commented in the chat and said, he goes, "Dude, you could literally rewatch Brandon's entire replay and still catch No Good Comics." I was cracking up, dude. So shout out to Flash by Night. But yeah, so take a moment, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. I've been dropping a lot of content this week. Maybe you noticed, maybe you haven't. I've been having a lot of fun. I have to say my highlight of the week so far for me was putting out this what happens when you spend too much money on New Comic Book Day. It was a skit. If you guys missed it, check it out on my channel. It just went up on at the end of the day, Wednesday. And then yesterday I put out my top 10 new picks for next week for May 12th. So a little segment that I'm starting off now as well. So check that out if you get a chance. Let me say a quick hello to the chat. I see we got 15 people hanging out in here right now. Appreciate all you guys. We got copy 801. I'm going to be I'll have a premiere, or Copy is going to have a premiere coming up tomorrow, I believe. If I'm right, Copy, correct me if I'm wrong. But he interviewed me and we talked a little bit about YouTube and building a comic book channel on YouTube and so on and so forth. So that was a lot of fun. That's going to be premiering, I believe, tomorrow night. But I'm sure Copy will drop that. But thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it. He says Miracle Molly origin story is that her favorite punk goth thrift store burned down in a fight between the Joker and Batman. Dude, I'm going to be talking about that book a little bit. I'm really excited to dive into this. Let me get through some of the chat here. We got Something Wong hanging out. What's going on? We got Fable in the house. Station, brother. Station. There he is, Flash by Night hanging out. Alonzo with Team Nerd Herd in the house. We got Desired Comics. Nigel, my man. What's up? We got Dan Comic Shop News. He's part of the Tag Team Thursday crew. You make sure you check him out. Let's see, we got PJ King hanging out. He says it is interesting that Astros are not as successful when they don't know what pitch is coming. Yeah, no, it is interesting to, what a concept, right? Astros are trash, and I have not seen the New York crowd that hot in a while. Yeah, it was insane. They were saying, I mean, it's not even a packed house, and they were saying how loud it was at Yankee Stadium. Aggressively relaxing, hanging out with us. What's going on? Good to see you. There is Brandon ComixKings. We were just on his channel before. Brandon, dude, love the segment that you did talking about some of the villains that you were not fond of, and just hearing some of those. I love the rants, so keep it going, man. Keep it going. We got Todd Christian in the house as well. What's going on, Todd? Always appreciate your support. You're always here every Thursday amongst many of you who I'm highlighting here, so appreciate that. Eric Station, what's going on, brother? He says finally not late, man. I do appreciate you guys, whether you're catching this now or if you're on the replay. Truly do appreciate you guys taking the time. We got Louis Logics in the house. What's going on, Louis? Appreciate you. I saw you caught my premiere earlier this morning. Thanks for hanging out with that. That was a lot of fun. Speaking of Yankee games, Michael K confused Green Lantern with the Green Hornet. Oh gosh, that happened. Oh geez. Bobby, what's going on, brother? Station, good to see you, my friend. There's Big Herm in the house, my man. Enter the Sandman. That's right. So let's see. We got 16 people hanging out right now. So I'm gonna jump into the books. There's John's Comics with Kids. John loved the robot, man. That was just so good, man. Just so good. And some really good green light books that you pointed out there that I will definitely be looking into. So always appreciate you putting in the research and the work with that really fun segment of yours with the comic news. If you guys missed that link's in the description below. So make sure you check out John's channel for that. Let's see. Man, I haven't been able to read 5 books yet. Yeah, I hear you, man. Sometimes it's tough. It's tough to get around to it. There's Chet I Knight in the house. What's going on, Chet? Good to see you. I hope you had a great comment with your wallet before you got started here. Yeah. You guys got to go check out that video. It is hysterical. I had a lot of fun recording it, and also just appreciate everybody who left a comment, sharing their thoughts on it. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. It was a lot of fun recording. So if you guys missed it, it's a whole skit. It's like 4 minutes long. Go check it out. Came up this Wednesday. Oh, there it is. So Copy says tomorrow 9:30 will be premiering. So I will definitely be there for that. Copy. Appreciate you guys. Hey, by the way, I got my shot today, my second shot for the vaccine. So now 2 weeks from now, I will officially be fully vaccinated. My arm is just starting to get a little sore now. Got it a little earlier today. So, but it's not affecting me here. Still bringing you guys the energy and the excitement. So let's dive into these books here that I have. We got Jennifer in the house, Station Jennifer, and there's Rod Rican 630. This is where it all started. We're on Rod's channel. Make sure you check that out later. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to jump into it, but feel free, keep the chat going. Man, this is really tough because there were a lot of great reads today, and I don't know if I really have an order per se. I'm gonna just, these 5 are just, yeah, they were great. So I'm gonna start with Hollow Heart. I thought maybe ending it with this, but I'm gonna start with this. I'm curious if you guys are reading this. This is issue number 3. This is by Vault, which I'm not buying a lot from Vault, but I know I've heard people talk that there are some other good books coming out by Vault right now. This book is so good. I'm really enjoying this. This is such a different way to kind of tell stories, I feel like, in comic books. And it's not your typical comic book. It's not your typical topic either, as this is like this love story between this once human, now robot, and this mechanic who's, you know, trying to help free this robot that's been held captive for what he knows to be all his life, L. And so I don't know. It's there. What I like most about this is that there are always like 2 stories going on within the book that correlate with each other. They're like parallel, and yet they have nothing to do with each other. And a lot of times the book will open up with, again, it's almost like a metaphorical story that is explaining one thing, but meanwhile the panels are completely different, showing something, you know, just completely different. And what I like about that too is, the artist is really shown here, where is, letting the artist tell the story. I'm a big fan of that, where you don't need a lot of text, to get the story out. So you have that going while you also have these bubbles of, explanations of this other metaphorical story that goes side by side. So anyways, I won't get into details with this, but if you guys are not reading Hollow Heart, I really do recommend checking it out. At least read issue 1. Like I said, it's not like your typical like superhero type of book. It is much more than that. It's very deep. It has a lot of different meanings to it. And even my girlfriend's reading this. And after we read this one, like, we had to talk about it for a little bit to really figure out like what the metaphorical story meant in this particular issue and how that ties into Mateos and Elle and their situation of trying to escape this, laboratory that Elle has been trapped in for a long time. And we get, so there's a lot going on, but it's very good. Very curious what you guys think of that. If you're reading this, let me know. And yeah, loving it. Absolutely loving Hollow Heart. Let's see. Haven't read issue 3, but it's on your read pile. Dan says, very cool. Brandon, I'll have to read it in trade. That's fair. That's probably, I don't know if it's better in trade per se. Usually things are better in trade, but I don't know. This, I just feel like each issue's like so deep and is worth reading multiple times almost, So, but either way, definitely jump on it, Brandon. Run that backlog. Exactly. What is backlog? I don't understand. Deep, you say? Yes, deep. It is deep. So let's see. Got your second shot last week. Very nice. Yeah, needles. You're gonna get those wings. You always wanted. Exactly. All right. So we got Donnie in the house. Mastodon Comics and Music. What's going on? Good to see you. There it is again. Yeah. Sorry. Am I saying too much? Sorry. Uh, let's see. Let's go into next book here is all right. I grabbed three of these. This is Noctera. I saw Rod was talking about this earlier a little bit. I am loving Noctera. This is issue number 3. Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel doing an amazing job. I wish that I was on this when they were first doing their, I know this was like a Kickstarter project. So I think I thought that was really cool. Obviously, these are big names and they've done a lot in the past, for the comic, for DC especially. But like, so I figured that they'd get the money, the backing for it. But there were some really cool like hardcover editions that came out of issue 1 and things like that. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try to buy one on eBay or something. But anyways, issue number 3 is exceptional. It's so good. I don't know if you guys are reading this, but essentially takes place in the future where there is no light, there's no sun, everything is dark, and if you stay in the dark too long, you can actually transform into like this like creature. You basically die and you become like a zombie type of thing. And in this issue, we learn a little bit more about how these creatures can communicate with each other and how dangerous that can be. In that, it can kind of trick you into thinking that they're talking your language, talking to you, and meanwhile they are communicating with other creatures. So anyways, the artwork is stunning. The panels are just absolutely beautiful. Loving the character building in this as well. So some twists and turns are going on, and we had a villain that really showed up from last issue. That continues here with this, and this epic car chase essentially. So definitely want to check that out. I will hold up. I could not help it, but I loved cover A. Definitely had to go with cover B as well. Just thought it was so stunning. Sorry if there's a glare. And then of course I wanted to also go with cover C. So I am just, I'm weak, so I had to, go with all 3. But anyways, I loved Noctera. Make sure you guys are checking that out. Let me see. I just piled one of the books that I wanted to show. Okay, next up. Oh, here. Sorry, I wanted to. Let's see. Alonzo said agreed. Noctera is awesome, and also missed out on that Kickstarter. Yeah, man. I know it can be like bought on eBay or whatever. I don't know how much it's going for, but yeah, it looked really cool. Justin in the 9th inning going extra innings, man. Yeah. Grab your popcorn. Exactly. Missed out on the Kickstarter, but hopefully we'll be able to snag some swag. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's some other really cool stuff that come with it as well. Don't know why I passed on Noctera. Oh yeah, my wallet. Exactly. Eric, man, I feel you, man. I feel you. These things happen, but hey, just do what I did in the skit that I posted before. There's always a solution, right? I'm just kidding. Don't do that, guys. Dan says Krasinski. Yeah, Krasinski, that's B, right? I think I wrote it on here. Yeah, that's cover B. Absolutely beautiful stuff right there. All of them. It's been great. All right, so let's get into. We got 24 people hanging out with us right now. Appreciate all you guys as I'm going through these new comics, new comic books to read this week. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and make sure you guys are subbed up to the rest of the crew from Tag Team Thursday. I put in the description below. Next book up is from Boom Studios, and that is Eve. Man, I really enjoyed this. I wasn't sure what to expect as I just kind of judged it on the cover. I didn't really read into the description in the beginning or anything, but it's like a post-apocalyptic story where this girl, Eve, she's 11 years old, starts with her essentially in this like really beautiful like jungle that she's in, and she's talking to herself. She's playing mind games with herself. She ends up like being called in by her dad. Her and her dad are hanging out, and he's basically like, hey, it's time for you to find out what's really going on in the world here. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just them two essentially living on this island. And they don't really go into detail other than it's kind of just them. They have this like vault that they're kind of living in or whatever. There's no other people around. But essentially he walks her into this vault room and like tells her she has to go find out for herself. He can't help her on this journey, but she goes in, and it was almost like the Matrix, where she wakes up in this like tube and is released by this robot. And this is the robot here, right? And you learn a little bit about this teddy bear, her teddy bear, which is this robot, and basically walks her through this situation that she's in, and realizing that everything that she's ever like thought of or thought she felt or lived was all in her mind. And it's, the robot talks about like the human mind and how easily it can be tricked. All these different things. So the panels are absolutely beautiful. I think that and the artist, oh man, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm not even gonna try because I'm gonna butcher it. Joe Mi Guang, I think. Gyong. So it's such beautiful art. Absolutely loved some of the jungle scenes that they have in this. And yeah, you kind of find out where this takes place. I won't get into all those details, but definitely a great book to read. I highly recommend if you guys are not checking that out. It's brand new, just came out, issue number 1, so easy to kind of jump in, and I'm looking forward to it. So wow, we got 26 people, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Really do appreciate each of you. We got Travis in the house, Station Brother, TM Nerdy, my man. Good to see you as always. Let's see. So yeah. All right, let's dive into my my 4th book out of 5 here, right? Talking about 5 books. So America Chavez. Are you guys reading this right now? This is issue number 3. I think there's 5 issues altogether. This is such a great book. This is such a great series. I'm actually really sad that it's only 5 issues. But this has been so good. What's his name? Gomez. I can't remember his first name. Carlos Gomez is doing the artwork for this, and I discovered him on Instagram first before comics, and he is just incredible in this. The panels are just so stunning. Every issue, and I know it's funny. I was talking to Chris. I got issues back when issue 1 came out, and I remember a lot of people were not fond of the different variants, the different covers of the book that came out. And he was one of them who said, like, yeah, I passed on this originally because the variants were just so ugly. They were really bad. And so, I was really only a fan of cover A for what came out, but the inside, the interior artwork is amazing. Vasquez is on the is writing, and yeah, Carlos Gomez, he's just killing it. So anyways, this book right here, this whole series is really like a giant origin story based on where America Chavez, you learn about her human family, and then in this issue you actually learn even deeper, going back to her being in the Utopia Parallel or whatever it's called, which, by the way, I should clarify, I've never really read America Chavez before I started reading this, so don't feel like you have to know anything about it to jump into it. They do a really good job of just explaining everything and kind of setting up the situation. You get some guest superheroes in the first issue, and this issue right here, the 3rd, so many great action scenes. There's another appearance that shows up. I'm not sure if we know this character or not, and I'm curious if you guys know without spoiling anything, but there is an appearance, we'll just say. I'm not sure if it's a first appearance or not. I don't see anyone talking about it as a quote unquote first appearance, but again, I don't know enough about it. But it is awesome. It is a really good read. So a lot of fun, a lot of action in this particular issue. Definitely recommend getting on that if you're not already reading it. Carlos Gomez says it's an MLB name. There you go. Maybe that's why I started. Maybe I thought I was following the baseball player and I wound up on the artist over on Instagram. Flash has picked up America Chavez 1 because of you. I have to catch up. That's awesome, Flash. I'm curious what you think of it so far. I love hearing that, by the way. I've had a lot of people reach out to me to say, hey, like, I picked this up because you talked so highly about it, and they end up liking things, and I just appreciate and then then we get to talk about the comics. I love all that. So thank you for sharing that. That I was able to encourage you to get this. I know some people might describe it as twisting an arm, but I do recommend these books because they're just so great. And also I wanted to show this is cover B as well, and cover B is by Betsy Cola, which I really liked this cover as well, so thought I'd get it. Also, check out the interior here. It's not even like, it's like a blurred background basically, but just stunning artwork even in that first piece here. Yeah, gotta flip through for some of these action scenes here. Like, look at look at this world right here. How stunning is that panel right there? absolutely stunning. So really good stuff. Sorry, Chet, I'm touching a book. I apologize. I know Chet's in the house. Let's see. Oh, I saw Fuzzy before. Sorry, Fuzzy didn't highlight you earlier, but Station Brother, good to see you. Let's see. Gomez was a hothead Major League Baseball player, always getting into fights. Oh, well, I would love him then. I guess that would be that would be for me. Let's see. Louis says Eve and Chavez, good money. Yeah, 100%. That A cover is fire. Absolutely agree. We got Sith Lordley in the house from the Spine Takes crew. Good to see you, my brother. Hope all is well. I got to catch your replay from yesterday. I know you guys do the mid Wednesday shows, so love what you're doing over there, my friend. Oh, what am I thinking? The 8th, that's 2 days from now. Sith Lordley is going to be my guest on Comic Collector Origins. I am so fired up about that, dude. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So, yeah, big shout out to Sith. I will see you on Saturday, my friend, 2:00 Eastern time. If you guys don't know about that show, Comic Collector Origins, I interview people from the community to get to know about their background story, how they got started with this comic book hobby. So it's a lot of fun. And that Sith right there, he's going to be the man. He's going to be the one I'm interviewing. So looking forward to that. Pirates are above 500. Get out of here, Brandon. By the way, I wish Nick was in here. Yeah, what Nick said before was so funny. He the other night on Chamaro's stream, I forget, Brandon started to share his opinion on something, and Nick was just like, like someone else give me an opinion. I was cracking up. So shout out to you, Nick. It was just very, very funny. I know it's all out of love, and Brandon, we love you, man. It was just funny how he delivered that. We got Roger Levesque from 3 Men in a Basement. Great to see you, Roger. Raj, man, we got to meet up soon. I think that potentially, well, I'm definitely going. I'll be in Connecticut to Terrificon, so maybe we can meet up then. I was talking to Everett Otto a little while ago about it, but good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Sis said no sunglasses this time. Hey, it's totally up to you, man. It's totally up to you. I have one more book, guys. So before you go, we got 25 people. We hit up to 28 at one point. This is awesome. Fable, agreed, 100%, bro. It is so good. I know it's not DC Fable, but yes, for Marvel, it's pretty damn good. All right. So last book here. Let's dive into this. And shout out to Fable because he's my DC brother and all this. And we talk about DC all the time. This, of course, we got, I'm going to close this out with some DC. And I ended up grabbing this foil, by the way. I'm curious if it looks any better on camera because photos just don't do the foil stuff justice. But this beautiful, beautiful book right here, man. Batman 108. I grabbed the regular B variant. I did grab the A, and if you guys have been following me on Instagram, the stories that I've been posting, I bought a bunch of the exclusive store exclusives as well because I just couldn't help myself, and I blame Fable for a lot of that. I also blame V Read Across the Stars as well because yeah, showing all these great books. Anyway, so this book right here. I don't know if you guys have read it. I jumped ahead. I started reading issue 106, 107 because I was just so excited for Miracle Molly. So we finally get that. And I will tell you, Miracle Molly is nothing to what I expected generally based on the covers that I've seen. Because the way that some of the exclusive covers have been drawn almost makes her look like she's another like Harley Quinn. And she's not at all. She's very opposite of that in the sense of she's very cool, calm, collected, and smart. She's like a tech nerd. And another cool thing about this, or one thing I wanted to mention was she reminds me of the redhead from Falcon and Winter Soldier. The way that she believes that she's helping her city and doing the right thing, and she's creating this movement, and she has people that work with her and work for her. That reminded me of that the redheaded chick in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I thought, just like her belief system, like she seems like she's a good person genuinely. There's like little kids around that she's like helping and taking care of and teaching them the ways and all these different things. So, but it's really cool because we get Batman as like cyberpunk. So it's like cyberpunk Batman and Miracle Molly as they are kind of like talking some things out. So I love this issue. I'm loving this new stuff right now. Issues 106 through 108. So really glad that I kind of fast forward to jump through. I still need to kind of go back and read some more Joker War just to kind of get back, just to get a little bit more background on some of that stuff. But realistically, if you guys are looking to just jump into this, I don't think you need to necessarily know all those details. I do think you can just jump in at 106 and be okay. I really do believe that. Oh, and Jorge Jimenez, the artist in this, I know he's been doing Batman for a while now, but I'm so upset that I didn't get into this earlier because his artwork alone, I don't even care if the story's good or bad. Like, I mean, Tynan's doing an amazing job, and especially right now with this stuff. But even if he wasn't, the artwork is just so worth it. It's like, if you're not, you like, buy the book just to check out the artwork, guys. I really, I mean that. It doesn't even have to be a key. It's whatever, just any of these Batman books, anything that Jimenez is on. He is just amazing, absolutely amazing. So I love this book, love what we're getting out of this right now. So I highly recommend checking that out as well. That's what I do on the show. I highly recommend things, and I only show things that I highly recommend, unless I say I don't recommend it. Yeah, Jimenez is amazing, Rod. I totally agree. Alonzo as well. Yeah, I would love to get some original art from him at some point, because my goodness, the guy's just got so much talent. Let me go back up here for a second. Louis agreed. Smash that like button. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We got 25 people hanging out in here. It's really interesting because some days, Thursdays is a little more died out. Other days it's like it's popping, it's on fire. So appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Make sure you check out everybody else from the Tag Team Thursday crew, and put all their information in the description below. We're doing this every Thursday, starting off at 6:30 on Rod's channel. There's Rod right there. So make sure you are subbed up to everybody. And it's like I was saying before, Comic Collector Origins coming up this Saturday. Really excited for it. So 2:00 Eastern time, talking with Sith Lordley from the Spine Tick crew. Gotta make sure I got my Spine Tick shirt on for that. That'll be good. PJ here says Titan's Batman run has improved as of late. He's introduced a lot of new characters and concepts. Yeah, PJ, I think that that's something that's really working for him, and just in general, like, and this kind of goes to the point of like what John had said about the Joker earlier when Brandon was talking about villains, and he said that Joker, amongst others, is overused, overrated and overused is what he said. And I wrote a little grr as a joke because I'm enjoying a lot of the Joker stuff. But to be fair, I have not read nearly as much as John or some of the other people that have kind of commented on that, about Joker. I haven't read as much as they have. So, I guess I could, if I put myself in their shoes, maybe I could understand. But I like what Brandon said too. If it's done right, then, he loves Joker. So, but yeah, to your point here, PJ, I think that is such a great idea. I know some people are against the idea of just creating all these new characters, but I mean, if you're getting tired of certain characters, like what's the solution? The solution is to introduce new characters, right? I feel like I hear some people complain about the idea that, they're creating these characters just for hype or whatever, but like, I personally feel like these are really working well, especially these books, these recent, issue 106 through 108, and then even like the stuff that I talked with V about for Batman, the designer, like all that stuff. Obviously, Punchline is like there's so much hype with her, and I enjoy her too. But yeah, I love that. I love the designer. Would love to see more of the designer. I know there's another character. I can't think of the name right now. Or there's like, Clown Hunter is another one that people are really hyped about. So, it's a great tactic. I think it's a great thing to bring new readers in, and then also to change it up for the old readers who are, tired of some other characters. So, back to what I was saying, John, maybe this is the time to read some Batman because there is no Joker. Just saying. Let's see. What you liked, you liked Molly, you must dig her costume. He's talking about Brandon. Yeah, I didn't think Brandon was gonna like, for whatever reason, I just didn't think Brandon was gonna like Miracle Molly, but he was definitely on board and said it was a solid issue and really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that we're on the same page there. Molly was very cool, a digger. Yeah, and just her outfit and look and design, absolutely loved it. Like I said, I went nuts with all the store exclusives. They've been so great. Todd Christian says, I'm enjoying Batman a lot right now. Tynan really turned it around. Joker War was garbage, but the book has been excellent since that story. So that's really interesting. So yeah, I started to read Joker War. Like I'm only like 2 issues in. One thing I will say though, that artwork is so good. Jorge Jimenez, he's just killing it. So I'm okay. I mean, you're saying it's garbage. I mean, it's interesting because I guess I hear 2 things. I hear it's either garbage or I hear it's really good. I guess people are just either on one side of the fence or the other with a book like that, very extreme on one or the other. But with artwork like that, I don't know if I can call anything garbage. It's just so good. I'm really enjoying it. So there's Brandon there with the Love Miracle Molly. Sorry, I was just catching up on some of the comments here from before. We got Off-World Adam in the house. What's going on, Off-World Adam? Good to see you. Let's see. Flash says, agreed. It feels like the community doesn't like old stuff and doesn't like new stuff. Yeah. It's a great point. And I'm it is, yeah, I totally agree. I feel not everybody, but definitely people out there who are kind of feeling like they're just not liking anything. Which in that case, it's like, well, then maybe Batman's just not for you right now, or whatever character, whatever story arc, or whatever series that you're reading right now. And maybe that's why indies are doing so good right now too, right? I mean, shout out to the indies. When I did my top 10 picks yesterday or this morning, those I realized that my top 3 out of my top 10 were all indies. And I think like 6 or 7 of them were indies overall. So clearly indies are killing it, but maybe that's a new way to kind of turn if you're getting tired or something. But yeah, man, I feel like, look, if you're sick of the old stuff, get down with the new stuff and vice versa. We got Alan in the house, Climbing Comics. Sorry if I missed you earlier, bro. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. We also got Sean hanging out with us for a bit, stopping by to say what's up. Thanks, Slim. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for this. What's going on? Oh, the chat just jumped. I wanted to say Station to Marvin Wynn. Just picked up Marvin Wynn's book. Did not get to read it yet, so really looking forward to that. So appreciate you, man, for hooking me up with a copy. And Eric says old stuff is great. Just don't reread and recycle. Or retread and recycle. Same with the new characters, make them relevant and give them a purpose. Yeah, like you don't want to necessarily just disregard. Like I hope Miracle Molly stays for a long time, right? I hope that she's here for a while. And not for spec purposes, but genuinely, like I like the character, and I hope that it's not just some scrap, But yeah, like, and if it's gonna help sell, then I guess you ride that too. But I agree with what you're saying here, Eric. And yeah, if you, like, I'm always going to be for, like, even the new stuff, like Scarecrow's involved, right? He's an old character. He's got a new suit, a new look, which is really badass, I think. But I feel like they're doing it in a way that's really kind of recreating that character. And for old school readers, you got to keep in mind that there are new readers that are coming into this hobby all the time. And that is one of the jobs that these publishers are trying to do, is they're trying to get the attention of these new readers. So in order to do so, you have these classic characters like Joker, and of course, like you want to use Joker because he's, the older readers loved him back when Joker was newer or whatever. Like new readers are going to love him too. Obviously, it's got to be done right, but they're awesome characters. So, anyways, now I'm ranting, turning into a ComixKings segment here. Justin, where's my dude? Do you not have a wrench? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to go through because that's not right, man. I had a bunch of wrenches, so yeah, that's not cool. My bad, man. I'll look into that. Don't yell at me. Thanks for making the distinction. It's not everybody and different people for different things. Yeah, absolutely, Flash. And this is not to target anybody specific. It really, it's obviously each their own. And I'm new to the DC stuff for the most part. So for me, I'm kind of fall into that newer reader. I want to explore everything. I want to read some good Joker stuff. And someone might say, well, just go back and read some really old Joker stuff. But the thing is, like, I want to keep up with the new stuff because I like to be able to do that. This is one of the reasons why I like to do the YouTube channel and hang out and talk with people. I like to talk about the new and relevant stuff. So, I want to tie that in as well. So I am trying to go back, but it's only so much time of the day, yeah, my DC brother right there, Station Fable. Let's see. Dan says, I truly believe in superhero book fatigue. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Jen and I talked about this a lot. That's why we recommend Black Hammer. Oh, so yeah, Black Hammer is another one that I'd like to get into at some point with Jeff Lemire. But yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I totally agree. I feel like I can get that. I feel that, the fatigue, the superhero fatigue. And that's why I think that indies are doing so well, because they don't necessarily just lean on the superheroes and capes and doing superhero stuff, good versus bad necessarily. It's a mix. So, yeah, no, I think it's a great point, Dan, and that is definitely a thing for sure. I see Trent Stewart hanging out with us. What's going on, Trent? Appreciate you. He says, yeah, I'm down to very few of the big two. Image and Boom killing it lately. Yeah, check out some Aftershock too, Trent. Really, really great stuff. I do agree with you there, though. These indies are killing it. Again, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Appreciate everybody hanging out, trying to get through some of these comments before I close out here, because I appreciate you guys. Louis says, can't wait until I'm old and an old bitter collector. Yeah, only have one long box. Wow, you only have one long box. That's wild, man. But yeah, right. We're all gonna get there one day. Be old and bitter collectors. Give Jean Grey a personality. Oh, shots fired. New reader here. Flash says that's a great point. Also, things I'm enjoying just getting better. Older readers have seen 20 times. Yeah, and that's kind of why we have this like friction, I guess you can call it, or whatever. But yeah, a lot of it depends on your background and your experience with comic books, right? It's not, we all have different backgrounds in that, so it is hard to cater to everybody with these new books, and they're doing the best they can, I think, these publishers, the majority of them anyways. But anyways, yeah, the Joker book is 100%. I agree. That's a really good read right now. Really enjoying that. Yeah, Fable. I thought we had a beautiful thing, Marvin. Yeah, what's up, man? I love Gene. Come on. There you go. Oh, Fable said he's got his wrench. It's a see, that's crazy. I feel like I gave half of you guys wrenches. I don't know what's going on. There's the DC man right there. Copy 801. DC is an interesting story. They've had good books. You just need to know where to look. Green Lantern, Suicide Squad, Crime Syndicate. I picked that up, picked Suicide Squad up recently. I got to read them. All great reads right now. Yeah, I've heard. Oh my gosh, I realized I didn't even include Swamp Thing in this. My goodness. That should be in this top 5 right now. I don't know what I'd knock off Swamp Thing, guys. I know some of the other crew members here on Tag Team Thursday talked about it, but Swamp Thing has been so good. Ram V has just been killing it. I bought both covers. I really love both covers. I've loved all the covers and all the ones that have been released, and the actual stories are so good. You get to learn a little bit more about like his significant other Jennifer has kind of entered into the green world, right? And you get some flashbacks of some characters that I now know about because I read Alan Moore. So shout out to Comic Chop News for getting me on board with a lot of that stuff, and Jennifer and John hanging out with you guys. That was a lot of fun to go through, and Gambit too. Shout out to Gambit and V Victoria. That was just like so much fun. So yeah, Swamp Thing. If you read Alan Moore stuff, the new stuff too, like at first, like you don't really necessarily need to know anything in the background, but it does add in some hints to some characters from back in the day, Alan Moore stuff. So Swamp Thing is a really good read. I can't believe I forgot to add that as part of this. My goodness. So there you go. There's a 6th read. Real Root 6 in the house, my brother. What's going on? Station. Fuzzy saying I started 6 weeks ago. I'm a real newbie. That's awesome, Fuzzy. Dude, I don't know if we're on Instagram together or not, but I hope you have an Instagram account. If not, reach out to me over there, man. We should talk. I love talking comics with anybody, and especially if you're newer, just getting into it, looking for some new stuff. I'm curious what you're reading as well. Yeah, Ram V hitting a grand slam with Swamp Thing, 100%. I hope they turn it into a monthly. Yeah, because it's only like 10 issues, right? So yeah, I agree. That would be great if it turns into a monthly. Which hey, maybe it could happen. Justin buys every cover, wonders why he has stores issues. This is very true. I have not figured it out yet, Brandon. It's not hit me yet. I'll get there though one day. You know me. I was just talking to my wallet before, so these things turn the corner every day for me. As a new reader, I've definitely enjoyed DC over Marvel. That's interesting. Yeah, right now I would say I'm with you, and it's funny because I'm like a Marvel guy. I'm more of a Marvel guy, and yet DC is just like my stuff right now. I'm even wearing my Immortal Hulk shirt here, which I know a new issue came out of Immortal Hulk. I haven't been reading it lately, but the Alex Ross covers are beautiful. But anyways, that's some Marvel for you. I'm pre-ordering The Nice House on the Lake. Yes, that's a DC horror. Tynan's all about it. I'm all on that, Alan. Good call. Yeah, that looks really good. I saw Fable talking about it over in our Discord chat earlier. And yeah, just looks really, really good. So Department of Truth, it might be my favorite book right now. Trent, man, I'm with you. I loved issues 1 through 5 the most. I really enjoyed 8. Kind of got back. I think I'm so in love with Martin Simmons' artwork. So 6 and 7 kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, just a little bit. I still enjoyed it, but it just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But anyways, yeah, Department of Truth definitely is the truth, and I do recommend that. If you want any recommendations, Louis, DM me. There you go. Copy is the DC man right there, both new and old. So he is a encyclopedia for that kind of stuff. Emerald Twilight is still my favorite Green Lantern story. Yeah, I have not read any Green Lantern, and shame on me. I actually thought about reading some of the new stuff just because I read that the new Infinity was it Frontier issue 0, and they broke down a little bit of the Green Lantern story. So I might dabble in that. I heard issue 2 that just came out was really good. So we will see. All right, we're coming up on 40 minutes here. Some extra innings. So appreciate you guys hanging out. We got Rudy, Station Brother. Good to see you. Thank you all for hanging out. This is, just we're here every Thursday doing Tag Team Thursday. I'm just closing it out. I didn't start this. This is Rod, just a Rican, over at 6:30. I put his information in the description below. We went over from there. We went to John. Then we went to Tony Old Wolf. We went to Comic Chop News, who's in the chat, and we went to Brandon, who was breaking some villains down for us. So definitely, it's been a great time. It's always a great time. We'll be back again next week, Thursday, 6:30. Again, make sure you guys check out their stuff if you missed them earlier. And Comic Collector Origins this Saturday, 2:00, talking with Sith Lordley from Spine Ticks. Definitely looking forward to that. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Swing by 2:00 Eastern time. These Origin interviews have been so much fun. So definitely looking forward to that. DC Bronze Age, New 52 are his faves. Nice. Well, we're gonna learn more about that later, Sith. Don't give away all the secrets, Sith. Come on, bro. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up now because I've been rambling for too long. This is a lot of fun, though. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me. And yeah, go check out my funny skit if you guys missed it. When you spend too much on New Comic Book Day, that's the name of the title. When you spend too much on New Comic Book Day, it's really funny. It's like 4 minutes long. Go check it out. I also just released that top 10 video this morning, so you can check that out for new comic books coming out May 12th. I'll be doing that on a weekly basis now as well. So until then, I'm going to wrap this stuff up. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys over the weekend for sure. Hopefully I'm good from this shot by then, and feeling good. Shoulder's a little achy, but I'm good. So I'm going to wrap this up. Happy Tag Team Thursday. Shout out to everybody, and I will talk to you guys later.